Good morning, everybody. Alright, so it is time for another pickup video here. Just as I expected, I do have home time coming up, and I did talk about how where the likely pickup locations were going to be from my last delivery in Shasta Lake, California. We're going to be picking up cheese more. I think it's a cheese load more than likely. I've picked up lactose there before too, but it should be a cheese load because it's a chilled load. But hang on, there's a guy walking back over here from across the driveway. Let me see what he's going to do first. I think he's going to walk toward one of these trucks over here on the street, but I'll always come out so this belly dump guy doesn't. Who we got now? I see some shadow. Oh. I can't see that guy now. Oh, is that him on the sidewalk there? I think he's waiting for me. Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing him through the sun glare. I knew he was there, and I was gonna wait for him, but I don't. Looking from his perspective, I'm pretty sure he did not know that I could see him and that I was aware of him and was gonna wait. I was only pulling out so that really, so I wouldn't have to wait on the belly dump guy. He was turning around over there by the Catskill, but I guess in hindsight it would have been better to just go ahead and wait. Alright, we are leaving the Loves in Santa Nella, California. This was not the way I was originally planning to go. My original plan was to take I-5 down to the Stockton area, or Manteca, or somewhere in that ballpark, and either take Highway 4 or Highway 120 across to Highway 99. However, there were traffic delays right by where I think it was 120 and 99 meet up. I don't believe half these people claiming they're hungry and homeless. She doesn't look like she's homeless. I mean, she could be, but she doesn't really look like somebody who's homeless, so I'd be more apt to believe she's just a faker trying to take advantage of people, but I don't know. That's why I don't give people cash ever, because a lot of times they're just con artists. Anyway, yeah, my original plan, like I said, was take 99 down, but there were traffic delays right by where I think it was 120 and 99 meet up, just south of there, that I wasn't going to be able to avoid, and there was a little bit more delays a little further down as well. Nothing too bad, but not what I really wanted to deal with, so I decided, why deal with that when I got free-flowing traffic on I-5, and it's not much. It only adds a few more minutes. Even in regular traffic conditions, it's maybe a 5-minute extra drive to take 5 down to Highway 198 by Harris Ranch and take 198 across. So, plan will be here to take 5 down to Harris Ranch and take 198 east from there, get on 41 north, and the very first exit after we get on the 41 will be where our shipper will be. Guys who watch me regularly know that I was just there not long ago, so should be really nothing surprising there. I am starting the video earlier because, like I said the other day, some of you guys seem to respond well to the high-speed scenic footage the other day, so I'm going to go ahead and add some of that in here. So I do have home now. Before I get to that, the whole finish talking, I do have home time coming up on Thursday. That's tomorrow. Yeah. So I have dental appointment tomorrow afternoon and a couple other medical appointments on Friday, and might take Saturday off too. I don't know. And then what's going on here? What's with his lights? Is he? What that was all about. I thought he was getting ready to do a traffic break at first, but then he turned it back off, so I don't know what that was all about. Or maybe he was responding to something and then they told him to cancel. Who knows? Alright, so yeah, I'll probably be back on the road on sometime this weekend, probably Sunday if I had to guess. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to deal with traffic on Sunday afternoon trying to get back down to Colton or wherever they have me reload at. So, yeah. That gives me something to think about too on the drive. So, alright. I think that's kind of sums up what we got going on right now. So, I'm interested in keeping the video relatively short. As after all, we do still have the pickup, all the pickup stuff to do. Get out of there. I don't want the video to be like an hour long, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut up, and we'll get to this the high-speed scenic footage. Just a reminder, I do regularly put bookmarks in the description. So. Yeah, and there's a pretty good chance I'll have music added into the scenic video part of footage. So if you like the music, great. If you don't like the music, just mute it. Or if you just don't want to deal with the scenic footage or music at all, just go to the description and you can use the bookmarks there to skip ahead to the arrival part. All right. So that said. We'll speed it up here, and we'll see you guys in Lemoore.
distant. 'Cause when you're lost, I am sorry there to share your grief. When your sorrow is only my way to comfort you. Waiting for tomorrow, your lonely name, your solitude. I speak with the truth. Now tell me all about your pain, down to the
Alright, you guys. That'll conclude the high-speed footage for you. We're now within a mile of Highway 41, which is where we'll be turning on to get to the shipper. So for those of you, if you're not really aware yet, we're just passed by Naval Air Station Lemoore, near the end of the footage, the high-speed footage. Just a hair west of here, the traffic lights that you saw me at there a minute ago. That actually was one of the filming locations of Top Gun Maverick. There, broke down bike. Now, from what I gather, it's I don't know how many scenes were used for the were shot there for that movie, but I got the impression it was just one. Something about witnesses, but I don't remember. I'm trying to jog my memory on what exactly the witnesses scene was. I don't know if it's the opening scene where he's testing that mythological that scramjet aircraft, but I don't know if that's it or something else. But yeah, part of the movie was filmed here. A lot of it was filmed in the Sierra Nevada range north of here, going up toward Reno, here in California though. Alright, you see here we're going north on 41. And the first exit we get to, well, yeah, actually pretty much the only exit. Because once you get past this exit here, it's all at-grade crossings. Sorry, dude, I can't move over because my exit's coming up. If I'm definitely within a mile, I'm not moving out of my lane for anybody. I don't care how courteous you want me to be. Too much risk, I'll move over and they'll end up getting up to speed and maybe even camping out next to me where I can't get back over to the lane to exit. So for that reason, when I'm within a mile, actually sometimes even 2 miles, generally 2 miles I start working my way over. But for sure within a mile, once I'm within a mile, my ass is going to be in the lane that I need for my exit, and I'm not moving for anybody. Unless you're going really slow. Alright, we're going to turn left here at the stop sign. Of course, you guys know that from watching. Many of you guys watch my channel regularly and are very well familiar with previous videos coming here, so I think I am a tad early. I think my pickup time is at 9:30. Now, there have been times where they preload and they might be running early, but these guys have been really busy. A fair amount lately over the last few times I've been here, so I don't really expect them to be running early on the loads. I usually expect that that my load's going to be in the dock door when they say it's going to be there, pretty much, and then I'll be leaving here around the time I should normally expect to leave here with the live load. Fence is closed there, probably no train coming. Now you will have to scale both on the way in and on the way out. Yeah, looks like a decent amount of milk truck activity right now. Not the most I've ever seen, but not the slowest either. gently come across the scale plates. Alright, you're gonna need your tractor license plate info, so if you don't know it, make sure you take it with you. Alright, guard is in quick draw mode today.
You have 6 hours and 11 minutes of remaining drive time.
He was already writing down on something and then about to hand me the check-in sheet. Thought I saw something over there a second ago. Alright, now I'm gonna have to probably signal just to even get out of here. See what, figure out what all these milk trucks are doing first before I don't know what this yellow milk truck's up to, so I don't. Alright, there we go. What is this row of drop trailers here? I swear they're parked a little further down than I'm used to them being. Maybe it's just an illusion. Nah, I think it is an illusion. It just I think it's these two trailers right here. I'm not. Maybe they're parked further down this way than I'm used to seeing them. So I might. They're just kind of throwing me off. Oh, what do we got here? JCT 4119 Alpha. I think I know him. I was too busy watching my tandems to really get a really good look, but the big smile on his face and all that made me think that he recognized me. So, I don't know if he's the. What's his name again? He used to be one of our logistics guys over at our Fort Worth yard, if he's who I'm thinking he is. Alright. Okay, we'll get checked in here and figure out what's up here. I'm going to guess that one of these two JCT trailers in the dock door might be the one I'm going to be hooking to eventually. Alright guys, checked in here. I'm going to be taking the 6371, which is right there in door 5, but it's not ready yet. She said drop the trailer back in the backyard and then hang out in front of the trailer and wait. Alright, so last time I was here, I came back here to drop my empties. So those of you guys who've watched my Lemoore pickups before, probably already familiar with this process. And this trailer, I ended up getting, how many of it? I think 3 hub seals replaced. I know there was a leak on this trailer too, but I can't find it. It's not audible, or if it is audible, it's not enough for me to hear it. There's never a quiet enough area for me to really get a really good listen. So, so hopefully if you're a JCT driver who picks up this trailer, you don't bitch about me leaving you a problem, because I tried my best to find whatever it was. The airbags are holding air. This is 7279, by the way, for those of you guys who are JCT drivers. Yeah, they said the airbags hold air, The only time it leaks out is when I have the brakes, the trailer brakes set. I get a lot of JCT drivers watching my channel, so probably get information and know that way I don't get snitched at. This guy didn't, yeah, he left me a trailer, a screwed up trailer. It has problems. Why didn't he fix it? Well, now you know. If it's not an audible air leak, it doesn't require attention. It's one of those nuisance things where it takes time to air back up. And normally if I have the brakes set and the airbags do not deflate, and I don't hear any leaks when the brakes are released, you know, where I would normally think it'd be like a brake chamber or something along that line, I'm usually have to believe that it's a... Did I overshoot? I don't know. We'll see here. No, no, not really. How about we do this? Anyway, yeah, our trailers all have auto inflate on them. You know, so you know, there's these hoses that hook up to the trailer, to the tires to keep them aired up. And normally when I find a problem like this where I can't find the problem itself, let me get the landing gear on that concrete pad and we're good. Alright, yeah. We'll finish this up on the bobtail right back over. I got a pinched nerve in my back, so that was not the most enjoyable experience. My airbags to drop all the way. Okay, so anyway, if I have an air leak on the trailer, there are only like 4 things that it can be, or 4 systems. So if you're leaking air on a trailer, it has to be one of those. First, you got the air ride system, the airbags, and then next you got the brake system. You got brake chambers, the airline's going through the brake chambers, or valves associated, like the ABS valve or something. You know, on the air ride system, it can also be the leveling valve. If it's not one of those 2 systems, it could be, if your trailer has an auto inflate system, it could be either a tire leaking or an auto inflate hose. Someone else in our company calls them equalizers. I've always called them auto inflate hoses, though, personally. But sometimes those are not hooked up right and they'll leak. And that sometimes can be where the source is. If it's not that, then the only other system I can think of would be the tandem slide system. Now a lot of older trailers have manual tandem slide systems, so where you have to actually pull a lever. I operate a lever in one direction or another to lock and unlock the tandem slide pins, but on all JCT trailers, we have the pneumatic type system where you just push, you just set the trailer brakes and then pull the plunger out, and then it uses air to retract the pins. And then when you're done sliding the tandems, you can either push the plunger back in or just release the trailer brakes and reset the trailer brakes to lock them. Okay, so something else I do want to point out here is my exterior camera. I'm sure some of you guys are going to be wondering about why the speed and the time don't seem to jive with what it really is. Yeah, like when I'm driving at like 60 miles an hour, it's going to look like I'm doing close to 100 miles an hour, but that is really that is in kilometers per hour. And that's another thing I could talk about is whether to pronounce it kilometers or kilometers. Where you're from can have an impact on which way you pronounce that. The normal American way is to call it kilometers, but technically I find that kind of stupid. I don't know why Americans call it that, because they're not used to working with the metric system, I think. Finish getting back into here. Alright. Yeah, I can see him loading the trailer right now, so. Come on. I shouldn't have to go on duty before I go off duty. This is stupid. When I use yard move, last few times it's been only allowing me to go to on duty, not no special condition manually before I go to off duty. Normally it would do it automatically, but I don't know why it's doing that now. Just some new change. I don't really like it though. But anyway, kilometers versus kilometers. We're gonna get into a Britain versus U.S. kind of thing here, by the way. And even though I'm American, I'm gonna have to side with the Brits on this one. Lisa, Tom, who my other regular viewers who are from England. Yeah, I'm gonna have to support you guys on this one, because if you think about other units of measure in the U.S. that use kilo as the prefix, or maybe not necessarily in the U.S., but how do Americans refer to them? Like kilogram. You know, one kilogram is 2.2 pounds. It's a unit of weight, or mass actually, and we Americans call it kilogram. We don't call it kilogram. So if we don't call it kilogram, why the hell do we call kilometers kilometers? That's something that just doesn't make any sense at all to me. It's just another one of those stupid American things as far as I'm concerned. Nothing against other Americans. I'd have my fair share of doing stupid stuff or saying things stupid ways, but just saying, yeah, in terms of being educated and knowing how things are supposed to be said, I can't bring myself to call it kilometers anymore. I used to growing up, but nowadays it just doesn't make logical sense to call it that. It just sounds like a stupid person's way to pronounce it. No offense intended. Like I said, I have my fair share of ways of calling things in a stupid way myself. So I'm right there with you if you're taking offense to that. So let's deal with it. All right, I don't want to have too much length on this video here, so but going back to this issue with the camera, sometimes it reverts back to its default settings. I noticed it did that yesterday when I was swapping out my SD cards while I was in line to get my washout at the Blue Beacon over in Corning. I don't know why it does that, but it does it sometimes, and I can't really do much about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait till I'm done with this video, and then I'll reset everything back the way it's supposed to be. And, you know, maybe a next video, hopefully I'll remember to do that. I noticed it like that last night when I was doing my video editing for other stuff, and or trying to get files that I needed for my, what was it? No, I think it was you know, some other a little video that I'm more apt to put on Facebook. But yeah, that's how I first noticed there was a problem. And then I meant to do that this morning before I fix it this morning before I started driving, and I forgot about it. So it is what it is. Just know that today is Wednesday, June 29, 2022 at about 8:40, a little after 8:40 a.m. local time. All right, that said, I'm about to shut up now, and we'll press on with this when it's time to dock out, all right? Alright guys, we are already done here. That was really quick. I didn't even get a chance to, I only got a chance to read through one little article on my email. I was just starting to share it on Facebook when the guy's already knocking on my door, telling me to go ahead and hook up and put a load lock in and all that. Okay, we'll get hooked up and pull forward over by where this white KW's at, and go ahead and pull up out of here. Get my load lock in over here, and get my doors closed up here as well. And after that, I'll go back over to the shipping office and sign, get the bills. Now the loader will put the seal on, but they won't do it until after you have load lock on first. Oh, this guy's got enough room. That should be good anyway. Alright guys, let's get out of here. I don't care if I'm in drive mode or yard move status, to be honest with you. I'm not going to use all my clock today anyway. Just going into drive mode is easier to get out of too, so just do that. Okay, so it's barely 9:06. Like I say, I barely got a chance to even kick back in the back and start catching up on emails again before the guy was already knocking on my door, basically wanting me to hook up, and shipping office was calling me at the same time. Hey, go ahead and hook up, pull away, put your load locks in, and all that kind of stuff. Alright, typical fashion here. This is a cheese load. It's a heavy one, like it always is. 43,500 is what it's billed as. I don't think it's going to be overweight though. What I'm seeing here on my gauge there looks about appropriate, and what I saw inside when I went to put the load lock in also looked appropriate, so I don't anticipate having any problems with overweight, but I'm going to obviously check it, scale it anyway, especially if I'm not the one going to be taking it all the way to dude, close your door, you fucking moron. Why do people do that? I can get a pretty good idea on my weights right here. That's why I didn't want to send any departure info yet. Alright, 11.6-ish it looks like. I just want to be in the ballpark. Should be no more than 45.6-ish with the drive tires on here. Yeah, look like we're good. This will give me a really good idea whether how likely it is I'm going to be overweight. Alright, 79,000 is the most. We're barely at 77. 77 something. So yeah, our weights all look like they're just fine. Drive tires might be close to the limit, but I can always slide the tandems a little bit forward to fix that. I don't think it's a problem anyway, though. Alright, guys, let's, we'll come up here to the curb. Park along the curb temporarily just so I can send my departure info and load and call. And we'll get out of here. My back got tweaked pretty good. I think it's because that disc slipping. It sometimes happens. Thankfully not too often, but it does happen. I think it happens more so depending on how I'm sitting back there. Alright, so I'll hand jam this and we'll be out of here very quickly. Alright, let's roll. Alright, from here I have a couple options on how to get to San Bernardino. One would be to just take Highway 41, which is right next to me, straight on down to I-5 and pick up I-5 there in Kettleman City. And then take I-5 down into the LA basin and take the 210 freeway across to San Bernardino. The other option, which is the one I tend to prefer, would be to go over to Bakersfield via 198 and 99. Speaking of, maybe I should take a look at the map and see if there are any traffic issues that I might want to know about that might influence my decision. I do not see anything of any concern, so I will probably elect to go through Bakersfield and then over to Mojave and then down Highway 14 to Lancaster and Palmdale and then Pear Blossom Highway from Palmdale over to 138. You can take 138 directly through Palmdale too, but why you go through all that low speed traffic and lights and all that? Pear Blossom has its own issue with trying to get onto, from I-5 onto Pear Blossom, but I tend to prefer it more. It has a higher speed limit, not so many traffic lights. The only downfall is northbound I-5 traffic coming onto Pear Blossom is hard to see until you're already committed to coming out into the intersection. Alright, that will be the route that I planned on taking. It should be about a 4-hour trip from here to my... That's roughly, I think roughly 4 hours. Maybe a little bit more to get to San Bernardino. Usually takes me about 4 or so to get from here to my house. I don't know, it might be similar time going to San Bernardino. I've not really tried, so figured I'll be there around 1:30 in the afternoon and possibly be home by 3 o'clock this afternoon. Have some traffic to deal with, I'm sure, in the Cajon Pass. Okay, so eastbound 198 will be the plan here. Turn left here, and I can get a Catskill ticket in Tulare. Dude, get off my ass. You don't need to be riding that close behind me. I promise you, nothing good can come from following that closely behind me. Alright, we are good there. guy get impatient. Yeah, it looks like he wants to pass me on the right now. Just the fact that he's getting impatient, now I'm going to sit here and scrutinize him more closely, pay more attention to him than to what I'm supposed to be paying attention to, because I don't know if he's going to do something stupid. So guys, don't be impatient, right? If you're a four-wheeler driver, don't do shit like this guy's doing. I don't want to have to devote all of my attention to watching for stupid things coming from you when I should be focused more on what's up in front of me. We should be good now. It looks like he's committed to staying behind me, but I was seeing plenty there to make me have to worry about him, though, and I shouldn't have to worry about him. We'll drop in behind this Volvo driver, and we're good. Okay, so you guys know my plan there. We'll be going on home time after I get through dropping this in our San Bernardino yard. There's plenty of San Bernardino footage on my channel, I think, and yeah, there's plenty going on here on the channel anyway, so yeah, I do have other footage that I want to work on as well. I don't know if I'll do it right away, but I probably won't have time at the house to work on, you know, like show and tell kind of stuff. But tentatively for now, we'll just plan on this being the last video you see until I get back on the road sometime this weekend. Or, well, you won't see this video until the end of the week anyway, but yeah, you'll probably see this video on Friday the 30th, and I'll probably hit the road again either on Saturday or Sunday, I don't know yet which, and I'll have some more coverage for you guys whenever that does happen, alright? So until then, I will see you all on the next video, alright? Probably end up picking up in Colton or something for all I know. We'll see how it goes though. Alright, you all have a great weekend, and we'll see you probably early next week for you guys, and on the weekend for me. Alright, see ya.